Hey dreamers, welcome back, and welcome back to all the new dreamers as well. Let me take a minute to describe to you what my intention here is with Dawn Dares to Dream. As adults, we go through life and we start out having these dreams and goals. But then we take on these additional roles and we leave our dreams on the back burner. What I am here to do is inspire you to dream again. Well, today, guys, we're going to make a very special dish. We're going to make linguine topped with a white wine cream sauce with shrimp and capers. This recipe is delish. And to be honest with you guys, I stumbled upon this recipe while looking for another recipe. So I'm going to share my accident with you today. Let's talk about the ingredients. First off, we have these large shrimp here that I butterflied and deveined, okay? So we have several of those. We are going to put basil in this dish as well. We're going to season it up with crushed red pepper, ground white pepper, salt, of course. We're going to make the sauce with the Parmesan Reggiano, cheese, heavy whipping cream, white wine. I happen to like Pinot Grigio, so that's what I have on hand. And as a result, that's what's going in the dish. Whatever white wine it is that you drink, you can use it for this dish. And we're also going to add in some onion, some garlic, bacon, and tomatoes. And this is the pasta that I'm using. It is so good, guys. And I think the fact that it's bronze cut may mean something because this linguine is so good. So I'm gonna get all this pushed to the side so we can get to cooking. Okay guys, we're actually going to work on making that white wine cream sauce. So first what we're gonna do is I put some olive oil already in the pan, it's warming up, and I am going to chop this bacon up. And I want it sort of in bite-sized pieces. Today I have a really, I think, relevant topic to what's going on right now. The topic is setting our sights on that next job that it is that we want. So my biggest question is, have you thought about what you're gonna do? Are you gonna change your career? Are you gonna stay in what you're currently doing? Or are you gonna venture out on your own? Or do you wanna continue to work for someone else? But what I'm asking you is, have you had that time to think? Have you considered where you would go or what you would do if you didn't have a job, or say you don't currently have one? What are your options later? And see, with the law of attraction, guys, with activating it, you fit in that equation where you choose to fit. So I'm gonna take this and put this in the pan. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to mince this garlic and we're gonna mince this onion. I also want to get back to the concept of what am I gonna do for employment? Where am I focusing? So I can't tell you where to focus or what kind of job it is that you want, what kind of career. That I don't know. You know, that's something that you have deep in your heart. Think about what it is that you want to do. What is it you want to do? I don't know. Whatever that is, I need you to write it down. So go get yourself a pen, get a piece of paper, write it down. Put it in your cell phone. But right now, as you watch this, I want you to write down what it is that you want to do next in your career. Okay, so you've written it down, right? You wrote it down, right? Okay. Now what I want you to do is think about what it feels like to work in that particular field. And if you've never done it before, then you don't know what it feels like, right? Whatever you imagine that it feels like, that's what I want you to do right now. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to say to yourself, I am whatever that role is. I want you to do this with your eyes closed and see what you think. What are you feeling when you say that? Are you feeling good when you say that? Are you feeling afraid? Are you feeling joy? Are you feeling sadness? How are you feeling as you think about trying to do whatever it is, the career path that you want to go on? You can put some adjectives on it as well. I stirred the bacon over there. It's doing pretty good. We want to make sure that that cooks till it's crispy. I believe I'm just going to use half an onion. And those garlic cloves were really large. I think it was like 4 of them, but they were huge. Now that you've said it 10 times what it is that you want to do, I now want you to write those affirmations. Remember in a previous video, I talked about I am statements and turning them into affirmations. So let's do that right now. So I want you to write at least 5 sentences about the job that you're going to do, that you see yourself doing. So you want to write 5 sentences basically stating that you're doing the job that it is that you desire, or the one that you currently have, and you want to write those statements out in I am format as much as possible. The bacon is actually cooked, it's crispy, so now I'm going to take the onion and garlic and place it in the pan, and I'm also going to place the shrimp in the pan as well. Now that you have written your affirmations, and you have 5 of them, and I just said to write 5 because I wanted you to do that right now during this video, but write as many as you can get to. 10 to 20 is a really, really great start. I want you to take these affirmations that you've written, and I want you to continue to say them. I want you to record them in your phone. You know how we have the voice record button? Record them in your phone and play them in the morning and at night before you go to bed. It's a powerful thing to hear yourself say I am statements about you that you created right before bed. It really helps to get your subconscious mind going and your creative juices flowing. So now, guys, I'm going to take this basil that I have, pulled off the stems, and I'm going to roll it up, and I'm going to julienne the basil. Now, if you don't like basil, you can use another fresh herb to add into the pasta, but I'm just telling you, the basil makes it so refreshing. We're going to add that towards the end of the cooking process. We're also going to take some tomatoes. I like to use, the little ones like this. I'm cutting them in half, and we're going to put those in the pasta as well. But again, the tomatoes kind of cook down to nothing rather quickly. So my advice is to put those in the pot at the end. So now that you have actually placed your words in a recording, and now you're going to listen to them when you wake up in the morning, you're going to listen to them before you go to bed at night. And if you don't know how to record on your telephone, then I would suggest that you just read them every day. So put them somewhere like in your bathroom, on a mirror, someplace that you're going to see every day so that you can make sure that you read them. So now I have the bacon, the garlic, the onion, and butter in the pan. I cook the shrimp and then I remove them, because remember, it doesn't take long for shrimp to cook, but I'm still nursing this sauce. So after this butter melts, it's almost melted, I am going to add in the wine. And I'm going to season the sauce. And remember, it's always depths of flavor or layers of flavor. So I'm going to keep seasoning as I go along. We need about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of the Parmesan Reggiano for the actual sauce. I'm going to go ahead and grate that. And I want to continue to talk about the next steps and activating the law of attraction so that you can have the job that you're looking for. Remember, these steps also apply to anything that you want to do to attract into your life, you want to manifest or create. So after you have written down your affirmation, and then you're listening to it or you're reading it each day, what I want you to do is just take some time to stop to think about it, and to think about what your life looks like having the job that it is that you want and how that makes you feel. Now, how you get to the how that makes you feel part, anything that you've done or have that brings you happiness or joy, and that feeling that you get on the inside, that little tingle, those goosebumps, you want those same feelings when you're thinking about what it is that you desire to bring into your life. So in this case, we're talking about a particular job. So I want you to not think about how you're going to get the job. I don't want you to think about the process at all. Filling out an application, interviewing, that is not what this is about. This is not about the process. This is about getting your feelings in alignment for the item that you want. It's Do not get lost in the process. Do not think about the process at all. When you think about the process, it kind of kills the joy, because when you think about how to obtain the thing and the work that it takes, your mind immediately goes to a place of, oh my God, I can't do all of that. How am I supposed to do that? You know, that's not going to work. But if you're thinking about the end and having the job and what it feels like to have the job and where you can go because of the money that you make, all those things, the home that you can buy, you think about the car that you can have, or you can think about the money that you can save for your children's college fund. Whatever gets you going, you want to think about those things that you obtain from having the job, not about the process about getting there. I'm actually going to release another video that talks about the interview process and gives you 10 tips on things to kind of look for during your interview or prior to your interview that will give you an advantage over your competition. But now that I also am a person who does interviews, I'm a part of the hiring process, I was able to add to those steps. I knew what you needed to do as an applicant going in from my perspective of being an applicant, but now that I have the perspective of being the interviewer, it's even better. I have more information for you. So I'm going to list all those things out, and we're going to do that in another video. So I think I have enough cheese, probably more than I need for the sauce. It looks like the sauce has reduced, and I'm going to take you closer so you can see what that looks like. See how it has reduced? So now what I'm going to do is actually add in the heavy cream and the cheese. And let me taste that sauce as well. Yes, it tastes really good. I just tasted some of the sauce off of the spoon. It's really, really good, guys. So I'm going to take this heavy cream and I'm going to add it in. Now, if you use milk, milk would not stand up in the sauce. So we add heavy cream because it can stand up to the wine. It can stand up to the oil that's in here. When you use half and half or just regular milk, your sauce can break and come apart. And we don't want that. And now I'm going to add in the cheese. And I will taste, and I will add salt and pepper to taste. Okay guys, I've added in everything. I still need to add in the capers, the tomatoes, and the basil. And I need to put the shrimp back in, but I want to wait to make sure that I have the sauce seasoned well. So let me taste it. It's really good. I'm going to leave it alone because if I put any more pepper in here, it might be too hot for my mother. But this is so good. So now what we're going to do, we're going to put the shrimp that we had pre-cooked, we're going to put those back in. And we're going to add in the tomato and the basil. And what the basil does for this dish, the basil brightens it up. The basil gives the dish the flavor that it needs. It brightens it up. You know, I'm going to do the basil and boom, the basil is money. I added in the capers. The capers give the sauce a briny flavor. Briny means kind of salty. So if you really like salt, capers are your friend. I neglected to turn this pasta on early enough. Therefore, I'm waiting on it. Usually the pasta's done and I'm just putting it in the sauce. So I'm saying maybe about 5 or 10 more minutes and I'll be ready to eat. This is the final product. That looks pretty good. I can't wait to dig in this plate. And also, guys, remember, the whole goal of this video was to help you focus on getting the job that you desire. So do those steps, and I'm going to come back with another video to show you how to stand out in your interview. Now, if you like this video, give me thumbs up. Also, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. And my face is going to be up here in a circle, guys. And that way you can just click on that, select the bell, select all, and you'll get notified to all of the content that I post here to YouTube. So I just want you guys to have a great day, dreamers.